Real nigga roll call. Havoc. Real nigga roll call. RJ Payne. Real nigga roll call. Fizzy. Real nigga roll call. Meth. And you bitch niggas. Don't say nothing.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Scientific.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Ricky Romance, and this is the Ricky Romance No Filter Podcast. Right here, right now, we live doing this, y'all, all over the world. iHeartRadio, Spotify, you name it, y'all. We live, bringing y'all the official interview with Mr. Kass, the legendary West Coast rapper that you all should know his name. If you don't know his name, you're going to know his name after today. All right, let's get into it. Without further ado, I would like to introduce to you guys my man, my brother, the legend himself, Mr. Kass.
Yo, peace.
Yo, what up, Raz?
What's up, Ricky? How you doing, bro?
Bless, man. Bless, man. Just trying to keep it going, man, out here. Man, just living my best life, man.
That's what's up. That's awesome.
How you been, man? Man, it's been a couple years, man, since I probably seen or talked to you last. Congratulations on the new single, Roll Call. This is Cash. Yeah, you and RJ Payne, y'all doing your thing with that. Wow. How did you get Sway on the track and Method, man? That's crazy.
Oh man, Havoc from Mobb Deep produced the whole project. So when we went to record the record, we were in New York. So we wanted Meth on the record. We wanted Fame from MOP because Fame's on the record too. And obviously Sway's just a big bro. So we all just ended up in the studio. So it was just all of us. We weren't sure what song they would pick, but ironically, everybody picked the same record. We was all there. So you know, Fame was like, I like that one. And then Meth was like, I like that one. And then Fame was like, fuck that, I'm in on it too. Like, hey, let's go. So it was all natural.
Wow, man, it's crazy, man, how you have the ability to like just walk around, be normal, and then like, you know, we see you here just chilling with us. You know, you might be chilling at the summer jam, you know, chilling with us, you know what I mean, hanging out. You know, we might catch you getting refreshments or,
right,
you know, backstage or coming out and hanging out, socializing with the fans and with the people, just like a regular person. And then you just step in the studio, you know, with you know, legends like, you know, MOP and Method Man and Sway and all these people. It's crazy, bro. Like the ability to be able to step in and out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got to be. You know, how do you explain that, man? How do you explain being able to?
I have a lot of gratitude to the culture, and then I would say sometimes I forget
who you are.
Yeah, on a mic. You know what I'm saying? Like I bring something to the table that I even, you know, I think home overlooks, and I am kind of the glue of the lyrical West Coast dude. I'm not the dinosaur, but I may still be the illest version of that. The streets and the lyrical, because I was never supported. Like radio never really supported me, so I've never really gotten like, you know, most of my peers are multi-platinum. You know, the exhibits and even the game, Kendrick, everybody came out. They did big numbers. You know, I'm Ice Cube's top 5, and I was I don't know if I still am, but I was Dr. Dre's top 5. But I'm the one that never sold the units. I just my team, you know, the company. So sometimes because I forget, well, I understand that I didn't sell the units, and this is a very you know, it's a numbers game. I forget about my talent, and my talent is different than my fame. And so my talent is what other artists got love for me for. Whereas, you know, as far as, you know, unfortunately, sometimes the fans, they only know who's popular. And so because I don't have the same amount of popularity as a lot of these dudes, I'm used to that. It's not I don't trip off of it But then once I get in amongst my peers, they're like, "Yeah, let's do something." Like, come on. I'm like, "Oh shit, let's go." So
When you rap, when
it's a
you rap,
blessing.
when you rap, it's considered hip hop.
Right.
Like everything you do. You got the new artists, and it's like they go far away from what hip hop was or what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? They go into this new genre of music that's been created, which is dope.
Yeah,
But
I don't have nothing against it. I think there should be a balance. I always tell people just
rap
in general.
style is nostalgic, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I
well,
mean?
I just think that the simplest way to explain it is when it's called baseball, you have to be able to like catch the ball. You got to be able to hit the ball. You got to run to the base. Uh, it's called, drag racing. You gotta, if you wreck the car, you're not gonna be a drag racer. Basketball. This is boxing. If I can't box, they won't let. If I can't, if I can't skate, I can't play ice hockey. And rap became the only talent thing that's called something that you don't have to be good at it anymore to do it. And that's kind of crazy to me. It's like literally comedians. If you're not funny, you're not gonna. If people don't laugh, they're not show. But with rap, you can now rap whack, and that's okay because people like the beat was hot, or they swagged it, or he's down with so and so. And I was like, but it's not called.
I want to ask you about some early influences. Like, what were some of your
All my
major
influences are the same as everybody else's. I mean, literally.
that shaped your music style growing up?
Uh, I mean,
You grew up in Carson. So
I grew up in Watts. I grew up in Watts. I grew up in Watts, and I lived in Carson my whole life, but I grew up in Watts. I went to school in Watts until middle to seventh grade, so basically eighth grade. Uh, my influences are there was only a certain amount of rap that was out at that point. So obviously NWA and DJ Quick and Too Short and De La Soul and Rakim and Tupac and Nas. So I have the same ones. My favorite who resonated the most with me is Karis One because I was already getting knowledge of self, and Karis One was saying these things that I didn't even know you could put like information, like actual factual notes in a song. I had never heard anybody do that. And so, like, I mean, people were, even way back in the day, Curtis Mayfield and, uh, uh, I would say Marvin Gaye, they had these political songs, what's going on, but nobody was doing dates. Like Karis One was like, you must learn. And he's saying, so invented this, and Harriet Tubman freed the slaves, and then I'm like, oh shit. Like, and this is some of the stuff I knew, and a lot of it I didn't, but I had never heard somebody take raw information out of a history book and put that in a rhyme. Public Enemy, Fight the Power.
How did you how did you first get into rapping and what made you take it seriously?
I got in. I got into rap. I rapped, and I was super whack. Partially because I was whack, and partially because the homies in Watts. Uh, I'm being an asshole. They're not dumb, but I was gonna say because my friends were dumb. But it really was. They used to even call me when I was little. They'd be like, "Baby John, you use big words." So I always had a bigger vocabulary, just because of how my parents talk. Um, but I was still a Watts baby. I was a kid, but I wrote my first rap. That the homie said it was whack. That was loud. The homie said it was whack. That was cool. I wasn't hurt. I would later on in eighth grade, I would do another tape. But when I was in the eighth grade, I started school early and got skipped. So when I was in the eighth, I should have been in the sixth grade. That's a caveat. So technically, I was in the sixth grade. Me and my friend did it. We pulled all our records together and put them in my garage. We would make these tapes dissing each other. And so I made a tape on one side. He made his album on the other side.
You made the tape like y'all recorded on the
Yeah,
tape.
yeah.
Recorded with the mic.
Yeah. So I had the Technique turntable. He had the Shure. It was a sampler. It was a mixer, but it had a little like 8-second sampler on it. So we could loop a record and then you do your verse. And then so we make our little songs. But we would basically just be dissing each other. So this is probably like the third iteration of us making our little albums. One side was his, one side was mine. We played it for our friends. All our friends was laughing because basically we just dissed each other. He gave the tape to his older sister was dating this, this big DJ, and who was older than us, and the big DJ actually took a listen to it, which I would have never given it to him. I'm just too. First of all, I don't want to get rejected, so probably shy. But he gave bro the tape, and then bro came back, and I remember he said to Bird, my homeboy Bird, he told Bird like, you good with music, and he said you could rap. You could rap good. And then his name was DJ Battle Cat. That's gonna be how everything starts.
Wow.
Battle Cat discovered us.
Shout out to Mr. Is it Kevin Gilliam?
Gilliam. Yeah. So yeah, Cat. From there.
I'm supposed to be getting Cat on the show coming up next.
Yeah, man. He and I forgot, I just ran into Lonzo from Wrecking Crew was telling me how he took Cat on tour when he was 17. So it's each one supporting a younger little brother. And so I had to tell, I was like, damn, that means I'm out of your camp, Lonzo, and I never really even knew that. So salute to Lonzo, salute to Battle Cat for actually doing the work. Him and Box and Cluso, rest in peace. And they were good big brothers.
Really, that's my brother.
Yeah. Well, Bird named him Cluso. That's how funny we go back. Bird named Cluso. Like, we really go back. We were stupid kids. And he used to say Cluso had like a little nose like Inspector Cluso, like a Frenchman. He had a little thin mustache. He's like, Inspector Cluso. And so, yeah, we really go back like as a family and brothers, and they're big brothers. But yeah, that was it, man. Like Cat and them, and my mom used to drop us off in their hood on Arlington. You know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody having a good run right now. Real good run right now. Can you walk us through like a typical creative process, writing and recording when you're working on a new track?
Typically, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So it just depends on what kind of record it is.
You're doing a feature, artist call you, a new artist, one of these young artists, they need a legendary rap artist and legendary verse from you.
Well, yeah, then 9 times out of 10, I just want just give me the beat and the concept, and so I can conceptualize. Sometimes I don't even need the beat; just kind of tell me what we're talking about. But eventually, yeah, just because my thoughts, I'm trying to write complete thoughts.
What type of themes or messages do you find yourself like drawn to most often when you find yourself writing?
I'm a little bit of everything, so I don't have nothing in particular. I mean, I talk about social, political shit. I talk about just straight LA shit. I talk about hip hop shit.
I feel like Common's from the East Coast, right?
He's from Chicago, Midwest.
Okay, Midwest Chicago. I don't know. I feel like so I feel like Midwest. Okay, so I feel like they got Common. I feel like we got you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like New York maybe got like J. Cole or something. You know what I mean? So I feel like we all have our lyricists on every coast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's how I see you in my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I'm about, I love the skill set. I love styling up. Some people have a specialty is a word I'll use.
For depth.
Right. Depth and complexity. Right. And dealing with, sometimes I deal with things that most people don't want to talk about, which is history and social political shit. Some people are like Bus his specialty is styling up. You know what I'm saying? Like doing them
always intricate.
Right. Yeah, more intricate wordplay, metaphors, double, triple entendres, that type of shit. Other people are ill storytellers. Biggie, Ghostface, Nas is an ill storyteller. Scarface, ill storyteller. What's his name? The brother, I forgot his name.
Who's one of your favorite producers or artists that you collaborated with? Because you worked with almost nearly everybody.
I mean,
Your favorite producer, one
I,
favorite producer.
my favorite two. I have a two. They did something. No, they kind of did, but not really. I always wanted Dr. Dre and Premier to do songs together, like Dre do the drums, Preem find the loop, whatever type shit. That was my perfect world. I just think it's the best of both of those worlds.
You have a
Dre,
record, you have a record with Dre, right? That's the
yeah,
first record. That's the.
that was Ghetto Fabulous with Mac 10 and Dre. Dre
Bro, I
rapped
was
on it.
a kid. Bro, when did that come out?
That was '98.
Okay, 98. Okay, 98. I was at Westchester High School. Um, man, life was crazy for me. I was in group homes and foster homes. I was in LA. It was crazy. Um, that song was man, that song was it was it spoke to my soul and it got me through some tough times, man. I don't know what that song was, but it felt real close to my heart.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, that record is the record right before Dre finds Eminem, before Irene and him. So uh, uh, it's always like what could have been done, like with a good record company is what happened with M, and with a dumb company is what happened with my
That's
record.
the hit record. I couldn't believe for a minute my mind went blank. It was so long ago. Like you know what I mean. I've been out of school for a while. Like it was so long ago. You know what I mean. But that record, when you hear it, it's like, oh shit. Like you just
Yeah,
like
no,
just
he
like
gave
Paul.
me
Like, it's like fuck. It's like one of those. It's a class. It's a West Coast classic for sure, bro.
yeah, no, he gave me one. But the difference between a hit and not a hit is the execution of the company. They have to do the rest. You can have an incredible record, but if nobody knows it exists, it's not what it could be.
I
So,
think that
you
record
know,
would do good. I think that record would do good sinking right now.
I hope people start. I've been, it's a lot of my records that I just think out of sight, out of mind, because
I want to sample some of your records, man, and I'll
yeah,
send
man.
them clearance.
Hey, man, please do, because definitely we love syncs. And we got records that fit right now. Boom Bap is doing really well in the sync world, so I I, I,
Congratulations.
I definitely think they should grab some of those songs. My bad. What the hell did I do? Oh, there we
So,
go.
so Drake. So I would say that Drake's definitely a dream producer to work with, and you definitely named him as one of the top producers that you worked with. What about artists? Favorite collaboration?
No favorites.
Oh,
Everybody. I
favorites
mean, I don't, because every experience
is
is
different.
is unique. Like what Dre made me realize one day was he said that whatever, we had went to eat, did whatever, some shit happened, da 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 da. Then we got to the studio and I wrote my verse and I laid my verse, and he was like, "Yo, do you know what you do?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" I genuinely didn't know what he was talking about, but he's like, "You have the ability to take whatever we're experiencing and make that your verse." And so there's these inside things or something you're alluding to, but it's something that happened. The average person won't know it, but it's like your day. Like you write about the experiences and somehow make that shit a verse that's relevant to whatever the topic is. And I was like, oh yeah, I never really thought about it that way. I guess I do. And I guess, he was like, a lot of people can't do that. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize. So that's like maybe a talent that some people have to work harder at than I do, and I'm blessed that I can do that. Like I said, specialty. So that's part of my gifts. But as far as with people, it's just that, like I said, if I went when I did the song with OC, we went to the strip club first, and you know what I'm saying, like, so that shit reflects in the verse, you know what I'm saying, and it was a different experience, and he's like super lyrical, and when I do something with every artist, me and Twister or whoever that is, like there's a whole experience, especially back in the day when there wasn't digital and you had to go be with people. You had to go in the studio and go meet up with niggas to do songs. That energy is different because what I might say is gonna change based on what I heard or what we did, or hearing his verse, like, oh shit, I'm a little close to that. You know what? I'm gonna switch this part out because he kind of touched on that, so I should go a different direction. So it's that chemistry is a good word for it. Like the chemistry in the studio with everybody is different, and 9 times out of 10, I've had amazing experiences with
What were some
every
of your
person.
What were some of your biggest challenges? Um, you know, throughout your music career, and maybe like what's one or two of your
I mean, mine is the same, man. I'm a extremely criminally underrated uh star. I'm a dope MC. I started this at 18, so I had youth on my side, and they didn't take advantage of that. I'm looking in this camera right now, and
underrated, y'all?
it's
Brass rated. He's underrated. You got to rate him at the top.
right.
And
So marketing
put him
ultimately,
on Mount Westmore. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be up there.
Yeah.
Put some respect on his name. Put some
Yeah.
respect.
It's just marketing. My biggest challenge was that, initially, I don't think the label that I was originally signed to knew how to market me, and I'm an independent artist now, and it still takes money, like lots of money. You know what I'm saying? They still say it takes $70,000 to really go for it, a single. So
How do you feel your music has evolved?
Oh man, I'm
since you
I don't
started now.
it's just the growth of working. I mean, I hope. I mean, I have things that I have planned right now that I think, given the right situation, push, it will. I've outdone my past. It's just that people are more familiar with my past. So even the last few projects I've done, this shit, the Gutter album with me and Havoc, like I got a whole Mob Deep essentially album. Like I got fires, just promotions, awareness.
That's not the drop.
Just came out. It's called Gutter. Everything is Gutter. So the whole album, Method Man, obviously, and Fame, Sway, Twista, Raekwon the Chef, Freeway, Corrupts on there. So yeah, we got a banger of an album. It's produced completely, totally by Havoc from Mob Deep. So
Man, Jesus
we always running, man.
Everywhere, man. The
Yeah.
OG is dropping hard, bro.
Yeah.
Hard, bro. Like, you feel me? You just
Classic
dropped
material.
the album. Dog Pound just dropped the album. RBX just dropped the album.
I'm on RBX's album. Hibernation is the name of the song on RBX's album. Salute to him. He sounded incredible on that Dog Pound album too.
Right now, like, you know what I'm saying? For old heads, you know what I'm saying, and people that love classic rap, people that really into rap, really into hip hop, West Coast music, you know what I mean? Like, man, it's a good time right now to be alive right now. Seriously.
Yeah, man.
You know
I think everybody's I think people are receptive. I think that just the fans are like realizing like, oh, it's not old, it's dope. Niggas is just dope artists, and like playing that old versus new shit is corny. It really is. I mean, it's really about
I guess you could just say like the new rappers, they can make music and and it go, you know what I'm saying? But y'all make music and it's just nostalgic, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Right.
That's how it hit different. You know what I mean? In what ways do you hope that your music impacts listeners?
I mean, take what you get out of it. I mean, I'm pretty comedic to a certain degree because I write with sarcasm a lot of times. Ironic. I write ironically. So
you be writing that like an asshole.
Right, 100%. So I just hope people get something out of it. I usually do some, I've never been like the preacher or the teacher guy. But I always try to drop a jewel or something to make you think, whether I'm just doing semantics and playing with with words, the question why we use the words we use, like it's shit like that. I said in one verse, I said, why is awesome good, but why is some all good but full of all is awful? So we say awesome and that's positive, but then just some of some all is cool, but when it's full of all is bad. It's awful. So just playing with words and semantics and just those little things that maybe you just never think about. Like, why do we use the words we use? I love words. I love English, and I love fucking with them. And I get that people are, in general, they don't like to think, but I just feel like just saying I'm in the club and it's lit, and then what I'm saying, I bought 2 bricks, and then what I'm saying, I got the Draco if you slip, like that shit is everybody can say it, and that shit is like. And then 99% of these niggas ain't gonna do the shit they talking about. So like people are trained to like the most average mid shit. Like, and these niggas ain't even built like that. So it's like, why are you entertained by the lowest form of entertainment? Like, I want to watch a dope movie. I don't want to watch a mid movie. I want to watch some fire shit. So why you like your music mid? Like, your music should be the way you like your sneakers, the way you like your clothes, your haircut. You want a mid ass haircut, a mid shape up, nigga. Your shit chunky. Like niggas like mid rap. That's
So what artists do you feel that has probably had the most impact on your career?
uh, I mean, as far as my personal journey, I'm obviously Coolio and Wino and um, uh, you know Dre, just Diamond D, people that just it's other brothers that's just been there, being good friends and shit. Um, a lot more. I couldn't even mention. I couldn't even remember everybody, but I'm grateful. I didn't come into this business to make friends, but you need a couple in this industry, and I'm grateful for the ones I do have.
Wow, that's well said. Um, how do you feel about the changes about the music industry from when you started to now with this whole digital industry? Now everything being digital.
It's everything's a tool, man. So I don't get mad at technology. You know what I'm saying? Like I get there's pros and cons to AI. There's pros and cons to the algorithm. There's pros and cons to every fucking thing. So my job is to learn how to make it work for me. Sometimes it's harder than it looks, but it, what I feel about things changing doesn't matter because things are going to change no matter what. So I think that's the worst thing somebody can do is keep crying about how it used to be and I want it how it used to be because it ain't gonna go back how it used to be unless you got a shitload of money, and most of us don't. So